Okay, here's the fun one. With your preference for the Swamp Thing, someone goes, if you were to be asked by DC, if you were to change any of the design of Swamp Thing, what would it be, or would you change any of it?
Good question. I don't know. I've been the thing, especially with Swamp Thing, he doesn't have a design per se.
No.
You can have stuff like a big ass mushroom,
right,
grew on his shoulder and died the next panel, which is kind of nice. Like,
right?
You don't really need to stick with that mushroom.
No,
which was a bad idea at first. It felt good drawing it
right.
at that angle, but then God,
I don't want to keep it that. It's just all over.
So in that context, there's not a fixed design for Swamp Thing per se.
That's true. As long as he has a couple legs, right?
Yeah. So the only thing is what Scott Snyder and I called the nose flap.
Tell me about this. It's interesting.
So the nose flap is the only real design of Swamp Thing, which is like the thing that comes from the nose and keeps going down. These
great handlebar mustache. The greatest handlebar mustache ever.
And so that's the design. The rest, I mean, you look at Bassett or Wrightson and all the others.
Oh yeah.
There is sometimes he's more human, sometimes he's more a monkey. I'm closer to like a big gorilla type thing. But the only thing that remained is like this:
the flap,
the nose flap,
the mustache.
And so when we in our run of Swamp Thing, when we wanted to do like, oh, these creatures are Swamp Thing related, they're like proto Swamp Thing, whatever. Or I did one cover. It's only a cover, but I wanted to do the evolution of Swamp Thing from the cell to like a trilobite Swamp Thing, and then because I figured that there was a Swamp Thing now. There's a Swamp Thing now based on human. I mean, it's a human that represents the interface between animals and plants.
Yeah,
the human is the avatar of plants, but back in the Cretaceous period, there was no human, so maybe they took a trilobite and made it the Trilo Swamp Thing. And a dinosaur would be like a T-Rex Swamp Thing. So to the ages, to the evolution of Earth, all these creatures, there was always a moment where there was an avatar.
The air of Swamp Thing.
And so I did that cover where you see the evolution of Swamp Thing. It's just because on all the covers of Swamp Thing, I used to do these frames.
Yeah.
Just decoration.
Yeah.
Kind of have something to do with the story, but sometimes remote. And there is one where it starts with like a singular cell, and then it grows from like, protozoa, Swamp Things, unicellular structures, and then all the way, and then all that nose flap. That's my story. I was going for the nose flap this entire time. So because that's the only way to tell.
Yes.
So you got like a T-Rex, but
with
some sort of nose flap. Can't remember which cover is it.
That's amazing. That's amazing. That's a lot of fun. Just to kind of put your spin on what other.
So I had this entire thing made up in my mind.
I love that
about my Swamp Thing.
Can we make this real? How do we make this real? Can we call Scott and make this happen?
Yeah. Well,
he's here. Get him over here now.
Yeah. Scott, let's do like a timeline.
We have Yanick has a great idea. Make this happen. And we just tell the story of each one. A great idea. That's phenomenal. That is awesome. That is awesome. Man, that's so cool. Yep, we're going to auction this one off, guys. This will be the last one for today. And then we'll leave poor Yanick alone. I'll stop yelling at him and bugging him with color theory questions. So we got another question for you.
Yep.
They go, that's a good one. Let me think how to phrase it. Which character who normally doesn't interact with Swamp Thing would you like to see as a villain versus Swamp Thing? So I guess if you had your choice of DC villains versus the Thing of Swamp, who would you like to draw? I know it is a smorgasbord.
It's the big one.
I mean, I know I know the obvious answer is.
You do?
Yes.
What is it?
Polka Dot Man. Polka Dot Man.
Polka Dot.
For all the colors.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes some sort of sense. Well, the thing is, I'm not a scholar, like a DC scholar, that much.
Okay.
So I know a few area of I know these character stories and stuff, but I'm not like an expert and say, oh yeah, this.
It's hard.
It's so rich now.
It is.
And this idea of having like a background, like a historical, prehistorical area of
Yes.
Swamp Thing,
Yes.
what we're talking about. And the thing is, I can come up. I have a few friends at DC. I can come up with like a proposal. Yeah, let's do like prehistory or whatever. But the thing is, DC already has a prehistory
Yes.
with all sorts of things in it that I'm not aware of,
Yes.
which is very obscure, but are canon out there. Do exist. They happen.
It's established.
They're established, and only like 5 people, including probably Mark Waid, in the universe know the timeline
What
of DC
is
for real,
happening
because
front
it
to
is
back.
comic and more DC than Marvel, because in the context Marvel has been created in the 60s almost in a one breath, so it kind of all makes sense. But
Yeah.
DC, they bought stuff left and right. Put it together.
Yeah.
Oh, let's buy
Yeah.
like Superman.
Yeah.
Oh, and Shazam, because it was a competition. At the same time, at the end, it's just a big mess, really. And so all of those came with their own like mythology and background. There is obviously gods, like Greek gods,
They're actual that
because Wonder Woman,
and Aries. Yeah.
but there's also all sorts of like celestial gods, like
Crazy, right?
new gods and stuff.
Yes.
I'm signing this. I'm supposed
Yes.
to just
With the two
gold.
two left feet.
To whom?
To the left feet. Who
To left feet.